presentation. I'm going to get started here. My name is Henry Vigent. I'm from Gilmanton, New Hampshire in the mountains. And I've been an entrepreneur for the last 26 years in home-based businesses. I've also owned construction companies and restaurants and been working since a young boy. But I've always looked at opportunity to better my life. And I came across this company after 20 years of networking. I came across this company that's helping people rather than charging people for products and services. So I actually got involved in the inception of the company in 2018. I met great people that all had the same vision of helping people. And so, working part-time, I've earned a decent income with this company. I'm currently a gold partner. My partner is Kevin Marino as well. You'll hear from him today. And we're actually just working and helping people save millions of dollars in our organization, just by uploading bills. You're going to see all the information about this company. Now, I remember in 2018, when I was first introduced to this company, and there was a guy named Brendan Kenny, and he was $1 million earner in the company. I knew about him because he was in one of my competing companies, right? So I was in one energy company, he was another energy company, and I heard about his name, I heard about his success. And when they said, this guy's gonna be speaking, I go, oh, I'll go take a look at it. So I went in there and a lot of people knew me too. And so when I was talking to him, I'm like, wow, if he's part of this, maybe I should really take a deeper look at this, right? So I saw the vision of the company. I also saw that it was different. It was something that most people could sink their teeth into and also share with people without being a salesperson, right? So Brendan's been a success story in this company. He's an executive. He's a top paid person in the company, and he's going to be up here to start the presentation. My friend, Brendan Kenny.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I met Henry. He came to one of those first meetings that we ever had, and he was in the room with his partner. And at the end of the meeting, I'll never forget, it was one of those gentlemen that was like, either he's going to become the most successful guy in this company, or I'm going to end up beating him up, because it was one of those guys. He's got a very strong personality, but you know what? He saw the vision that day. And so if you're a guest here today, we're hoping that, through this course of this day, that you may catch that same vision that we all caught 2.5+ years ago. We're just kind of scratching the surface. We're going to go over a presentation today that's going to give you a lot of information. So you will walk out of this room with definitely a lot more confidence because of what we're sharing with you today. But understand, if you're new, this is just your first look. We're going to help you, support you, to give you the best chance of success, because the company has done their best job of creating tools to help you become really good at sharing this with other people. So you don't necessarily have to be good at speaking. If you just use tools in this company, you can do really well. But I'm going to share some basic information with you today that's going to help you make that decision if you're a guest, if this is a good platform for you. I believe it will be for us. My journeys, just before we kind of get into the presentation, is I actually was very successful in an energy deregulated product selling energy supply. It was my first introduction to relationship marketing. As a traditional business person, which I built my entire career off of, selling cell phones, believe it or not, in 1998, one of the first ones ever to sell Nextel Communications. Very lucky there. And we ended up becoming the large Nextel deal, not because we knew what we were doing, by the way, but because I was in front of an industry that nobody had a cell phone. So I basically could have had one pinky and still made a lot of money. And it was just, timing was perfect, and the services were there for the public. I transitioned into energy deregulation in 2010 and met an industry called network marketing, relationship marketing. The difference is I made millions of dollars in that industry without any overhead. The previous one, I had tremendous overhead. Every month it would cost $100,000 just to keep my business going. With my other business with energy deregulation, my overhead was my travel and my meals. So that's why, if you like what you see today, understand that not only is your overhead going to be little to nothing, but the tax write-offs can be absolutely spectacular as well. We'll kind of get into that as time goes on. But let's talk about our company, Viv, because for me, when I was introduced to Viv 2.5 years ago, I saw a vision of a platform that was just a baby. But what got me excited and my brothers is the fact that we knew that if this company could add on to a platform that was already beautiful, then we could do magic together. And so for 2.5, 3 years, we took very small margin products and we made that platform what it is today. The difference is this new team, and by the way, the company, for everyone that's being introduced to our company in the future and now, it's Viv. A lot of people will say Viv, but you'll get to hear that a lot. You'll sponsor someone's business and 2 weeks later they'll call it Viv, and you're like, no, it's Viv. It's Latin, by the way, for to come alive, to be vivacious. And so the goal of this platform is to keep people alive, but more importantly, to anyone that corresponds with our platform is going to benefit. So it's got like a lot of life to it. But here's what happened. In the course of the pandemic, things happen, and the previous CEO, the founder who really had the vision of Viv and kind of put a lot of sweat equity into it, got it to a certain point, but kind of just ran out of where the resources to really kind of take this platform to where it needed to go. And then this team right here, who actually was awesome enough to come all the way from Texas, Tom, our CEO, got on a plane and got here, guys. And anyone's flying lately can tell you it is a nightmare. Planes are getting canceled and all that stuff. It's people only make it to places because of all the stuff that's going on. Gets on a plane and come here. Nick, one of the first things that Tom did when he looked at this platform as it was up for sale, he said, "Wow, what a platform! I can actually take this platform and make it $1 billion company." And that's exactly what him and his team did. And the first thing they did was they said, "Okay, well, if we're going to do that, we need to hire some really good people that'll take us to $1 billion." And this team right here, I've had the pleasure of kind of seeing them in action for the last couple of months as they've been working their tails off behind the scenes to kind of get us to benefit from what they're doing. Boy, have they done spectacular. And they're just getting started. So we're lucky to have 3 of these 5 here today. You will meet Debbie because she's behind the scenes all over the place. So if you join our company, you'll get to know Debbie very well. Tammy's our commercial. Tom's here in the front row. Nick is back there. You'll hear from him today. And Rita, what a sweetheart you are. It's my first time meeting Rita. I'm very, very excited to have you as part of the team. Well, we're going to show you a quick video that it kind of explains Viv in a nutshell what we're doing with one of our service lines. And then I'll be right back. Does that sound good? So hopefully I just hit play and this goes, right?
Hey, I've got a question for you. Do you have a cable bill or a phone bill or any other monthly bill for things like internet or home security? Of course you do. Well, guess what? You're probably being overcharged, and you're not alone. Millions of Americans are overpaying on their monthly bills to the tune of $60 billion a year. What if you could pay less for the exact same services? No, really, no change. And then use that extra money for things that make your life better, like a family vacation, college tuition, or simply taking some me time. Sound too good to be true? It's not. You can put your savings on autopilot. We'll analyze your bills and negotiate on your behalf, so you won't pay any more than you should for the essential services you use every day. You don't pay unless we can save you money. When we lower your bills, we'll split the savings with you, and you'll get the same or better service than you have today for less money and no hassle. We know because we've already saved our customers millions of dollars on their essential services like mobile phone, internet, cable, and more. You send us your bills, we lower them. It's that simple. Think others may like to save too? What if you could get some extra cash by saving and by earning? Our thousands of consultants are doing just that. You can earn a little extra cash or build a thriving side gig simply by sharing our services with others. Plus, when you become a Viv Pro consultant, you'll get instant access to a wealth of exclusive benefits that help you not only save, but also give you the opportunity to earn money and get rewarded in meaningful ways. What are you waiting for? Send us your bills. Start saving, start earning, start living your life better.
That video, people sharing it, look at how much savings we've already created in the marketplace. With our
That's the new number, $14 million.
14 million. Yesterday it was 10 million.
Yeah.
We've seen 4 million in just 24 hours.
That's not exactly right.
I will tell you that that is exciting. We've been waiting for that update, and thank you, because that number has increased quickly. We expect that number to go, you probably will share the numbers of what your expectations are, but guys, there's no reason why we can't be in the billions of dollars of savings over the next several years. Everyday people. So, from that video, do any of you use any of these services? Right? I mean, just me and my family, the average family, by the way, in America will probably have about 6 bills to be able to take advantage of our service. That's the average. Commercial is closer to 10. But we all pay a cell phone bill. We all pay bills. And so, it's our job to really make sure that we're not getting overcharged. We don't have to overpay for those bills that we're paying every single month. Americans have the typical that we get signed up and stuff, guys, and then we fall asleep. And next thing you know, these carriers or whoever's going to be, we're paying these bills to, they just kind of take advantage of us. And because we become so numb to it, we just pay those bills every month. It stinks. We don't really even understand, but there's billions of dollars of money that they're making on overcharging us. And so the platform really was designed so you actually don't have to worry about that anymore. Because really, all you really need to do is just upload your bills or your customers' bills to our platform and let our platform and our teams do the best to save you money. And so, we have a satisfaction guarantee on our services. And now, not only bills that we're uploading on our platform, we're continually with new leadership, adding new great services to our platform. A big focus of this company will be in the energy savings as well going forward. You will start to see on not only deregulated states that allow customers to make that energy choice with their gas and electric bills, but now because of community solar, we're going to go into states that weren't deregulated. We're giving everybody an opportunity. It wouldn't surprise me in the next 5 years that every person that pays an electric bill or some kind of a bill on the energy side of America will have the ability to take advantage of our services. And that's huge just from a perspective of potential future clients. And so, there are companies, by the way, in just the 14 deregulated states, or probably more than that, it's probably 15 or 16, that have made billions of dollars in revenue off of one service, and that's saving people money in their electricity. Yep. And now we have the ability to continually add more and more services onto that platform. So very excited. Here's just a map. If you want to take a picture of this, you're new, this is a really cool map. It's in your back office too. So if you become an affiliate or a consultant with our company, you'll have access to this. But this just gives you an idea of kind of what's available today, what's coming. So you can understand we're in the Northeast. The Northeast is pretty colorful. So the Northeast has a lot of services that we can take advantage of. I believe here in Massachusetts, we have electricity and community solar right now. We'll touch on community solar in a little bit. It's a new service to the platform, which is amazing. But you can see that there's some states that have what we call the triple whammy. I mean, you have them all. And Illinois is a perfect example of that. But get to know the map. You'll know your networks, where your relationships stand across the country. And obviously, you may want to call some of those folks that in some of the states that we're currently doing a lot of our services. As you can see, the purple though is bill negotiation. That's the upload your bills and we'll save you money. And that is available everywhere. Yep. So listen, we have one of the fastest growing teams in Hawaii. I've been in this business for 3 years and I've never had a bill come in from Hawaii. And all of a sudden now Hawaii is taking advantage of our services. Yeah. Thank you.
Last week, it was the number 5 state in the United States for new customers.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. That's what I wanted to see because our outreach can go anywhere, right? So the process, it's not magic, it's just speed. This is how it works. You upload a bill onto our platform. Our experts, our advocates take your bill, then they go to work to find your savings. When that is done, they report back to you, and then they constantly monitor your bill because once it's on the platform, it never leaves. They'll always make sure that the carriers don't always take advantage of you when you're falling asleep. They're not. They're watching your bill. So it's like a rinse and repeat. It's awesome. But listen, we keep you informed and your customers informed every step of the way. The communication is critical. So when our negotiator gets assigned, we send an email to your customer. When we're doing the work for you, we send an email to your customers. When we come up with the conclusions, we let you guys and your customers know what's happening all the way through the process. Very cool communication, right? So if your customers are getting communicated and they know what's going on, they're not going to be confused. But really, it really is as easy as just uploading your bill. So the platform they've made the platform so it's easy to do this. We just need a clean copy of your bill. So whether it's clicking and dragging a PDF that you've taken off of your picture phone, everyone's got a camera now, they can take a picture of your bill. We just make sure it's your full bill, get it uploaded, make sure it's eligible, and that's it. So you can use your phone to do this, or you can just click and drag a PDF of a customer's bill. onto the platform. Very simple. Now, we say it's very simple, yet human beings are not simple when it comes down to this. So please understand that you might have to do a little bit of help with your customers to make sure that they get that process done, because this is the key to the business. Now, once they've done this, trust me, they'll be happy, but they have to get that bill in order for us to negotiate. Okay, deal? Can we do that?
Yeah.
So it's a consultative sale. But this is why your customers will love you, because they'll come back to you saying, hey, thank you. We got our results. You saved me $1,200 on my cable bill. You saved me $1,000 on this for the year. Listen, I have a guest speaker kind of in the crowd. He wasn't expecting this, but he's a treasurer of a church in Fall River, Massachusetts. And they were very skeptical in the beginning about how this operation worked. But because he was the treasurer, and because I was going to beat him up if he didn't put the bills in, he did it. His name's Phil Warren. Stand up. He's got a Viv shirt. Phil Warren, treasurer of the Baptist Church. Now, listen, he was sitting there saying, what do we have for bills? Back then it was like the only really bill that he thought he may have a chance with was the waste bill, the garbage bill. Little clue for everyone. I've never met a CEO that's emotionally attached to the dumpster. It's the easiest bill to ever get. It sits there, collects garbage, and then someone picks it up. They're not emotionally connected. So they'll hand it to you any day. So anyway, the church, Phil, you tell, you uploaded that?
So I uploaded it. He's like, yeah, I might get $1,000. Came back $3,000 in savings. Like, what? Are you kidding? So that was great for the bottom line, for the general fund, for the church. So we've got a line item called fundraising. That's part of our report every year. And it's just awesome what it's done, and the members of the church can participate. So it's been a great thing. So we love it.
Awesome. Thank you, Phil. But those are the types of testimonies you'll hear if you're involved in our business and you start to use our platform. This is just common. Listen, this is a part of our business that I'm really excited about. Number one is because I'm very close to someone who's behind the scenes working the business for us and our clients. Our commercial division is really just untapped stuff that we really haven't even taken advantage of. But because of the new management and the CEO and his vision has really kind of make this a big part of our business, we've expanded our product offerings for commercial. Really, there's no reason commercial properties of any kind of level shouldn't be using these services. Not only are they going to save a tremendous amount of money, but they typically spend more money than residential. So the savings is even more significant. And we do pay a commission to savings on people's bills. And so if you're saving customers a lot of money, then your commissions can be very substantial. Tracy and Paul here, who are our advocates on the commercial side. One of the first deals that was ever closed at Viv was a Verizon bill for a fire extinguisher company, which I'm saying is probably butchering. Was it fire extinguisher? Fire suppression. Fire, yeah. Paul actually happens to be the one that works for the company, and was able to use his wife as the liaison, as the customer service kind of bill savings. Talk to my wife; she'll see if we can save money on our bills here. Well, that process after working it a little bit, because Tracy works clients perfectly, they decided to go forward with a negotiation on the Verizon. And I believe that bill when it was finally negotiated had $700,000 savings or something like that.
Oh, no, it was a bunch of bills.
It was a bunch of bills, but combined, the company saved how much? Over $800,000. Okay, now Paul's just banging out, working at the company, and his wife's kind of working with the CEO on this stuff, right? Well, that kind of significant commission helped you guys do some stuff over some projects at the house, right?
Oh, yeah. It was a multiple five-figure commission just for that one deal. So that actually helped us refinance our house, take some equity out, and we're in the middle of a huge renovation. We're gutting and redoing the whole house. And honestly, if it wasn't for that deal, we probably wouldn't have been able to do it when we did.
Congratulations. Let's give them one. That's awesome. So listen, anything from bill auditing, because when you have big clients, your utilities are taking advantage of it like you wouldn't know, trust me. And they'll go in and do a line forensic audit on those bills. That's part of our service. They'll get back money that maybe you overspent. They've got bill negotiation, just like on the residential side, except there's bigger savings. Energy savings with all the energy products that we sell in the residential, same. And then energy efficiency. There is some really big opportunity with energy efficiency. Nick and I have been on the phone working some individual reps that have incredible contacts in that space. That's not for everybody. Listen, at the end of the day, if you just want to help your residents, your friends and family, that's fun, fantastic. But some of you will come across individuals that have these contacts, and those services are amazing. So, you know, not only does the platform look for ways to save people on their bills and all that good stuff, but they're constantly looking for good deals, just good things to take advantage of. There are tons of services out there that we all need and use every single day, but we probably all pay for those services a la carte. We're paying a lot of money. So here's some of the deals that Viv's been able to negotiate on our behalf to give us good pricing. Getaway, which is a travel wholesale travel site. I use this every chance I get because you can literally save up to 50% on your travel, on your hotels and car rentals, because they're not subjected to the retail rules of the marketplace. And because it's wholesale, you really do get up to 50% savings on your hotel rooms. I went to New York City just to see a play 6 with my family. And we ended up using Getaway to save almost $200 per night over Expedia, which is what I was using before. And so that's a service that they offer. It's a la carte, $29.99. My deals, I mean, I'm not using this yet because I'm just exploring it. I just found out about it. I'm looking at it. I'm like, wow, there's some good deals on here. Like even like saving at Pizza Hut down the street, just anything from you have to go explore because it's just amazing. I'm starting to really see the value there. Medical for telehealth is available on the platform. Roadside, which is like AAA. You got Cloud Cache, which backs up your storage. Tech Rescue. I use that almost daily. I got an 8-year-old computer that breaks all the time or something's going on. And I'm always like, hey, me again. And they got me on. They're like, they take over my screen. The last thing that happened, I was out of storage. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm out of storage. I can't do anything. Tech Rescue, they're like, hey, do you need this? No, they just wiped it up, gave me like an extra 3, you know, whatever you call it, gigs or whatever. And all of a sudden I'm back in business.
That doesn't go to India, right? That's in the United States.
That's there. I believe it is. Yeah. I think the call centers are here. So, but they're a great service and they're 24/7, conceals and then credit watch. These are just great service. Now, you know, Viv says, okay, we have all these great service, but let's even create more value. Let's bundle them together and discount it like crazy. So like you can take any one of those 3 services that I just shared with you. And if you bundle that, as you saw, most of the a la carte was like $29 per one. But if you put 3 together, you can get it for as little as $39.99 a month. There's no way that each one of you, when you look at these services, can't find 3 awesome services and start saving a tremendous amount of money a month, but using them regularly. There are, if you find value in all of them, there's a middle package where they even give you bigger discounts. And then obviously if you get them all, there's even what we call the biggest bundle savings. And you can see set for $79.99 a month. If you bought that on your own, each one of those, I think it's like $170 or whatever. So you're tremendous savings just by bundling them together. So thank you, Viv, for creating that extra value. But, you know, Viv was started on a vision of creating a platform for good. Viv, right? Life better. And so one of the biggest initiatives that the CEO had, and I'm so happy that this new management team is embracing this, is the fact that for every deal that we do, whether we save grandma or a neighbor a little bit of money, a portion of that, a percentage of that goes into what we call the one at a time fund. And at some point in the future, we're going to identify projects around the country, around the world, and we're going to take our Viv consultants that qualify. And by the way, there's ways to earn points every month to where you can cash those points in and actually go on these mission trips or these good trips that we do. Some of us, if anyone had been on a trip, you raise your hand if you've already been on one. This side of the room seems to be the one that goes on all the trips. We have to do something about that. This must be our prospects though. So who wants to go on one of these, right? So in the future, right? To do a good job. But life-changing. Eric, I'm going to pick on you because, you know, obviously Eric, you can stand up so everyone can see how beautiful this guy is. He's got a physique like you wouldn't believe it. You can see him without his jacket on. But, you know, Eric, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, that was a little bit out of your comfort zone. I mean, going on that trip. A little bit, but just 30 seconds more. I'm sorry to do that. What'd you guys do down there? We went to Guatemala, by the way. So
we built clean cook stoves. 2 days helping in the village, way out in the middle of the end of the road. And we spent a few days just having a good time too.
Yeah.
Team building, top of the mountain, zip lining, cable tied to a tree.
Wow, nice.
Well, you guys, listen, they made such an impact. Thank you, by the way. 25, I think, were built clean oven stoves in that first trip. They went back again to do it again. We were on a mission to go on a different place every quarter. And then the pandemic hit, and it was like, everything got put on hold. Now we're coming out of that now. So it wouldn't surprise me within the next year that you guys start to hear a lot more about this part of our program. Just want you guys to know that we're going to make a huge impact around the world because of what we're doing, from the efforts that you guys put in. So how do we make your life better? Well, you can actually today just walk out of here and just go to your friend and say, here's my bill, save you money. Or you can actually be part of this and actually do it yourself and then help others and earn an income, a part-time income. Maybe some of you will be fortunate enough to have this become your full-time income. Wouldn't that be amazing over the next several years, right? And that's kind of what we're here for, building that residual base of business to create a little bit more of a lifestyle for yourself after helping all those people. So I believe I'm actually transitioning because at the end of the day, it is about finding out how do I participate financially from this opportunity, right? Because what I just shared with you, if anyone's in this room, if you like what you saw, just raise your hand if you think there's something that everyone could benefit from, right? So now, if we want to get involved with our company and then start to share it with others, Nick here, who's one of the first hires that the company made. And by the way, Tom was smart enough. He actually had a consulting firm go out, and a really good one, by the way. Actually, I think they're the best in the world in terms of network marketing companies. Hey, what makes them work? And there's a group called the Sheffield Group, and I don't want to steal his thunder. He'll probably share a little bit down the road. But for me as an entrepreneur, when he made that move, I was like, okay, that's a smart move. Because this platform kind of needs that. They need a consultative person that's been in the business, been doing this forever. And the first recommendation that group made was to hire one of the brightest guys in business. And I don't know how that whole happened, whatever happened behind the scenes to get this guy here. It worked. So either Tom's got some stuff up his sleeve that he hasn't been shared with all of us yet. But Tom and his team attracted one of the best leaders in the industry in terms of leadership, in terms of leading a network. And Nick's had tremendous experience in his career of leading some of the biggest teams in the world in network marketing. And now we're fortunate enough to have him on the corporate side and learn from him and his experiences. But he actually said yes to Tom to join this platform, to take it to $1 billion plus. And we couldn't be more happy to have him. So Nick, let's go up and hear how you make some money at this company.
I'm excited, and didn't Brendan do an amazing job on that presentation? That was actually, I was really looking forward to hearing that today, and he exceeded all my expectations. So I'm very happy about that. And it's good to be with you guys today. I am super. Who's excited to be belly to belly with people, face to face? Right? You guys on Zoom, I apologize. I'm tired of it. I'd rather be face to face with people. It's really nice to be here. So we might be coming to a city near you, but we've got a ton of people watching on Zoom all over the country, all the way from Hawaii, all the way to the East Coast of America. So we're excited about this, guys. And I get to talk to you today about how to capitalize on this opportunity and make money. Okay, this happens to be my favorite part. Okay, I do like making money, and I get to share that with you today. So we're going to go over some exciting things. So first of all, guys, after Brendan talking about our products, our services, and how we really can help people save money on the things they have to pay for every single month, and then in addition, we can help people save money on the things they love to do every single day with our lifestyle services, right? And so we have a massive market opportunity. Let me pose this question to you. There are 400 million cell phone subscribers in the United States. How many of those 400 million people would like to save money on those bills? All 400 million of them, right? So it's probably even more. So, that's just cell phone. We've got over 55 million energy accounts in the United States, 50 million cable customers, 100 million internet customers. Ladies and gentlemen, 100% of those people want to save money on those bills. So who's going to talk to them about it? That's the question. And that's where all of you come into play here as well. Okay. So let's get into it. You can either choose today, like Brendan said, to save money on your bill. And you also have the opportunity to earn money by helping other people save money. So there's two ways to participate in this program. Number one, again, you can become a customer and save money on your bills and then share it with your friends and family. We do have rewards programs for customers and things like that. But I think the better option is number two, to become a Viv consultant, where you can earn by referring others who also want to save and earn. Okay, so we're going to get into a little more details about that. To become a Viv consultant is only $79.95 up front and $10 a month. Are you kidding me? Guys, I think more people spend more on coffee every month than it is to start a beef business to make unlimited amounts of money. How much you get to write your own check every single month, every single week, right? And that's the opportunity that we have here, guys. I've been in this industry for over 2 decades, and I've been with companies that sell lotions and potions where you have to cram it down people's throat. You know what I mean? Or get them to buy your stuff every single month, and they're spending hundreds of dollars a month to do that. Here, we're not asking for any money up front for people to become our customers at all. I mean, that's an incredible, incredible concept. When you become a consultant, we highly recommend you choose one of our 3 savings bundles. Why? Because you're going to want to sell these to friends and family as well. You're going to want your mom to go and, save money on, using Getaway when she travels, or your cousin to go save with My Deals when he goes to the dry cleaners or needs repairs done on his car, right? So we recommend you picking one of the 3 bundles, either the savings bundle 1, 2, or 3, so that you can give your testimonial to the people that you're talking to. So how do you earn money? Well, there's 5 ways that we pay out in our compensation plan, okay? Get ready to write this down. This is really exciting stuff, guys. So first of all, we have generous upfront bonuses. I'm going to go through that in a little detail here in a minute. We have savings bonuses when your customers save. So get this concept. The more your customers save, the more you earn. That's like the biggest win-win scenario I've ever heard of in my entire life, right? The more they save, the more you earn. Great concept. Powerful and predictable weekly pay. I don't know another company that in our industry that offers powerful and predictable weekly pay. Not one. And I know probably 95% of the companies in this industry. Not one of them can say predictable weekly pay. Generous pay for team builders, and then profit sharing for leadership. I love that word, profit sharing. Who else likes that word? Profit sharing is great. So let's talk about this scenario. You kick off your Viv business for $79.95 and $10 a month. What's the very first thing you're going to want to do? Get your return, right? You want to make money immediately. Well, the best way to do that is through our fast action saver. So as soon as you upload 10 qualified bills, we're going to send you $150. That sounds to me like we almost doubled your investment by uploading 10 bills. So let's tell you how this works. That's not 10 customers or 10 people. That's 10 bills. So how many bills do you have personally? Shoot me a number. 5, 3, 4, 5. That's halfway to 10 already without talking to a single other person, right? So now you go talk to grandma, you can talk to mom, dad, and guys, within talking to 2 more people, you're already past 10 bills and you've already made $150. The question is, how fast can you do that?
And imagine if you talked to your church or your employer and got their bills.
Yeah, exactly. So when you hit 15, we're going to send you another $50. When you hit 20, we're going to send you another $50. And when you upload 30 qualified bills, which is only talking to probably less than 10 people or around 10 people, including yourself, we're going to send you $400. The thing is, you got to do this within your first 60 days. Anybody think they can get 30 bills uploaded in 60 days? Absolutely. We have tons of stories of people doing that. In fact, some people do it within their first couple days or week in the business. Okay. And we're going to be doing some recognition later. You're going to see who those people are. Now, the next thing you're going to want to do is start introducing this opportunity to people who also want to earn money by helping other people save, right? So when you enroll 3 qualified consultants, we're going to send you another $200 on top of the up to $400 we already sent you for uploading bills. Now, here's the cool part about this. You can do this an unlimited number of times in your first 60 days. So again, you write your own check. How much do you want to make in your first 60 days? Okay. Enroll 3, we're going to send you 200. Enroll 6, how much does that equal?
400.
400. You enroll, I'm bad at math, but you roll 12, you get, that's why I have notes. But I had to look back here actually. When you roll 12, that's $800. Again, in addition to the up to 400 that we've already sent you. Guys, you started your business for how much? $80. $80 and $10 a month. Come on. I've never heard of a business that's that lucrative that fast. Now, here's our entire compensation plan. We call this the comp plan at a glance. Why? Because it's at a glance on one piece of paper. So all 5 aspects of the comp plan are up here, but we're going to focus on one aspect, and that's this middle section right here, the weekly pay. I love this, and any of the leaders in the room will tell you this is their favorite way of getting paid because it's predictable. So everything you do in Viv as a consultant earns you points. Okay, points equal your rank, which here's the list of ranks right here, And as you rank up, your rank equals your weekly income. So you can see here on this column right here where it says active double weekly pay, which we all want you guys to qualify for. It's very simple to do. We'll talk about that in training. You can see some very significant weekly incomes. I mean, we're talking about multiple 5 figures potentially per week in income, simply by sharing this with other people, by helping people save and introducing this to other people who want to earn by helping other people save. Okay, so I love the weekly pay. It's absolutely incredible. The other aspects of the comp plan are up here, but we can talk about that in a different training. Okay, so the other thing, this is incredible. The other thing that's included with your consultant enrollment is we're going to give you a tool. And guys, I like tools. All right, everybody in here, well, some of you who know me know that I used to be a construction worker like 20,000 years ago, 20 years ago. All right, 25 years ago. So I like construction illustrations. I like tools. I got a lot of tools at home. Who in here can push a nail into a 2x4 with their thumb? I don't think there's a single human being on the planet that can do that, honestly, right? To push a nail into a 2x4 with their thumb. But you know what I do know? I can give anybody in here a tool called a hammer, and you, any one of you, can get that nail into that 2x4. You might miss a few times, right? You might miss a few times if you haven't done it, but you eventually will get that nail into that 2x4. So tools are very important to accomplish your mission. So we're going to give you one of the most powerful tools included with your consultant enrollment called Outreach, powered by RapidFunnel. Ladies and gentlemen, there's other companies in our industry that charge $20, $30, $40 a month to use this tool, and we include it with your consultant enrollment. This tool allows you to send trackable links to presentations like this. Some of you watching on Zoom right now might have been sent a link through RapidFunnel. So that means the person that sent it to you knows if you're on Zoom right now or not. How cool is that? Right? And so it's a very, very powerful tool to help you grow your business. See, a lot of people are like, well, Nick, I don't know how to do this. I'm not very good at talking to people. Well, can you open up an app and hit the send button? Yes, anybody can do that, right? And so that's why we provide that tool with you. So here's the big question, guys. Here's the big question. Is this business right for you? Well, here's what I know. If you can answer yes to both of these questions, I'd like to welcome you to the team. So first question, do you have bills that you'd like to stop overpaying on? Who has bills they'd like to stop overpaying on? Okay, for everybody on Zoom, 100% of the people raise their hand. Okay, and if you didn't, you're lying. Okay, or I'm boring you. Question number 2, do you know a few people or businesses that would also like to stop overpaying on their bills? Yes, 100% of you. Well, I'd like to welcome you all to the team, right? Because that's how simple this is. That's exactly how simple this is. So here's our 2-year mission, guys. We are on an aggressive mission right now. Our goal is to become one of the fastest growing companies in our industry, and we are on pace to do that. We're ready to scale. We've got the executive team in place. We've got the field leaders in place, and we're ready to run big time. So our goals are aggressive. We will, within 24 months, have over 1 million customers using our services around the country. We will also have saved those customers over $100 million. Remember, we were at 14 million right now? Yeah. Well, within 2 years, we're going to be well over $100 million in savings. I can't wait. We're going to make that, the number won't even fit on the screen by the time I'm done here. Okay. Neither will your commission checks. And we will have over 100,000 entrepreneurs out in the field empowered to help people save money on the bills they have to pay for every single month. So guys, I encourage you, for those of you on Zoom, I encourage you to get back to the person. If you're here with us and live in this event, get with the person who invited you here and ask any questions you want. You've got myself, you've got Tom Schmidt, the CEO, who you're going to hear from later. We can answer any questions you have, and we encourage you all to get enrolled. There's absolutely no reason to not get started with us today. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to transition into a jumpstart training. Okay. So I'm going to go into a little more detail about how to build your business. We're going to fly through this. We're actually running behind a little bit on time. So I'm going to fly through this real quick. But the very first thing that you want to do is get your business off the ground and running. So it's easy to access this jumpstart training from your back office. Once you get started as a consultant, you're given access to a back office system that tracks everything for you. You don't have to do anything. I remember years and years ago, we didn't have an online back office. I had to physically track my business on like paper, It sucked. It was horrible, right? And I had to email the company to ask them for reports every single week. And they charged me $15 per report. Now you can access your reports live on your back office anytime, anywhere. So you're going to get access to our training, and you get access to our videos and all of our social media community groups. So the first thing that's going to happen when you get enrolled as a consultant is you're going to get a welcome email. And you got to go to this welcome email because it's going to give you your login to your back office. Okay, so it's going to look just like this. It's going to give you your username and password. Click the link and boom, you're in your back office. The very first thing you're going to want to do is click on the Jumpstart training. Okay, click on the Jumpstart training. It's at the top of the page under resources, and you click on Jumpstart. You're going to watch a quick welcome video where I shot a video welcoming everybody to the team and kind of share with you how to get started. And then you're going to go through the training. And this page includes links to all the important information you need to launch your business. Okay, so again, this is another tool that we have for you guys to be able to get your business off the ground and running. So watch the video. There's going to be links to download the Outreach app, because again, that's included as a consultant, right? You're going to download your Outreach app, and you're going to get a separate email from them, from Rapid Funnel, on how to log into that. And then you're going to access social media, and then you're going to access our launch document as well. So all you got to do is click these links, guys, and it connects you to our Facebook page, our Instagram, our YouTube page, a bunch of other social media platforms, so that you can start networking. I mean, that's what this business is all about. So you're going to want to use social media. We've also got great trainings from our field leaders on different things that you're going to need to know about your business. Nolan Davis does building your business authentically. I love that training. Okay. Paul does a great training on effective storytelling. Here's what my mentor told me a long time ago. He said, Nick, stories sell, facts tell. So you've got to create a testimonial here in Viv with your savings and your success so that you can share that story with other people. And Paul does a great job of teaching you how to share a story, right? This guy right here, Kevin Marino, he's going to be actually training us here in a little bit. He's got a great training up here called Speed and Consistency, okay? We've got Ed Kenny, Brendan's brother, does a training called Overcoming Fears. And the list goes on and on and on, guys. Everything you need, every training you need to become successful here, we have for you, okay? So you're going to learn how to use the Outreach app. We've got a schedule of weekly presentations and events that you can plug into. See, the whole point is we try to do as much for you as possible. So all you have to do is bring the people. That's it. Anybody can do that, right? You don't have to have special skills, a college degree, great at talking to people. You just got to get people to events. That's it. That's all I did throughout my years in the field, was get people to events. And then you're also going to get access to our launch document as well, which I'll go over now. So this is called the 30-day blitz. This is the 3x3x3 model that we introduced to the field about 2 months ago. So the very first thing you're going to want to do when you get started is what? Upload your bills. You want to start saving money right away, right? The next thing you're going to want to do is talk to 3 other people to have them upload their bills as well. It could be anybody. It could be a close friend, family member. I mean, who would you talk to first if you had a way to help them save money on their bills? Probably the closest people to you, right? So pick 3, talk to them right away, day 1. The next thing you're going to want to do is find 3 people who also want to become consultants. So your goal week 1, so day 1 is find 3 other customers and yourself. Week 1 is find 3 other people that want to become consultants and make money as well. Okay, so we get 3 people enrolled week 1, and then month 1, you simply repeat that process with those 3 people that you enrolled as consultants. You help each one of them upload their bills, talk to 3 other customers, and enroll 3 consultants. And guys, that is the 3x3x3 model. It's very, very simple. If everybody does that, the amount of people that we will be helping will be staggering. The amount of money that you'll be making will be staggering. Okay, so we want to make sure that this 30-day blitz definitely duplicates. So here's a couple tips for success. Write these down, guys. These are very important. Number 1, when you're talking to people, KISS. Keep it super simple. Keep it super simple. You're training people from the moment you start talking to them. Okay, so here's something that I came up with a long time ago because it just made sense in my mind. See, people never say no to a good opportunity. Do they? They never say no to a good opportunity. I mean, this is a no-brainer, right? Who's going to say no to this opportunity and saving money on their bills? That's just crazy, right? What they say no to is what they think they have to do if they say yes. So in other words, if you're talking to someone about this opportunity, you're talking to someone, hey, you got to check out this business. There's a ton of money you can make. You can help people save money on their bills. But if you're spending hours and hours and hours trying to convince them to check this out, they're going to say no to you. I would say no, because I'm thinking in my head, I would have to do what that person's doing. So if you simply use the tools, follow a simple duplicatable system, nobody's going to say no, because anybody can send a link to a recorded video to watch this presentation. Anybody can do that. It's very, very simple. So just keep that in mind when you're talking to customers, when you're talking to potential business partners, like each and every one of you are today. Keep it simple. Use the tools and more people will say yes. That's that simple, right? And then duplication rules the nation. My mentor also told me one time, he said, Nick, don't just do what works, do what duplicates. In this industry, it's all about duplication. It's about you doing something and then teaching other people how to do it. And it's that simple. If you can create a simple duplicatable system, ladies and gentlemen, Viv will be a well-oiled machine, and your business will be the same that runs with or without you. And that's exactly the goal that everybody has in this industry, is to create a business that generates residual income, and you can go on vacation whenever you want, do whatever you want, and that check still comes in. That's the whole point of what we do here. So what we're going to do now, guys, is take a quick break. All right, welcome to training, everybody. Really excited about this. And the first part of our training we're going to do today is my absolute favorite part of these events, and that is recognition. All right, we love to recognize people for their accomplishments, and we aim at every Saturday summit at the beginning of the month to recognize people from the previous month, our top producers in terms of customer enrollers and also consultant enrollments as well. So then after that, we're going to announce the winners. We're going to do a raffle drawing for the March Madness competition. So that's really exciting. We've got $1,000 to give away from that competition. So
Yeah. 50-cent pieces. 50-cent pieces.
All right, guys, so let's get with it. A lot of the people that are getting recognized are on Zoom. So congratulations to all of you on Zoom. I think there might be a few people in the room here with us for recognition as well. But this is for March of 2022. And the first one we're going to do is the Consultant 80 rank up. So big congrats to Bo Murray in Texas, Zach Loescher in Denver, Brian Lubanow out in Hawaii, up and coming superstar out in Hawaii. We're going to have an event out there.
Yeah,
at some point.
soon.
Get working. Get to work. I know you're watching right now. Monty out in Arizona, my man Monty. We've got Jessen Nino in Mississippi, and we've got Mr. Chad Allen in Virginia. Let's give all of them a round of applause. All right, now we want to promote specifically to the rank of Promoter 160. Good friend of mine, top leader in the business, Mr. John Cini out of Houston, Texas. Let's give him a
Who can tell me what changes in your life when you make Promoter 160?
You make more money.
You get a weekly pay from Viv every single week. That's awesome. So congrats. Oops, you missed
Oh, I missed one. Oh, I missed this guy. So here's the funny thing about this one. On March 31st, he was the rank of Promoter 320. On April 1st, he hit the rank of Promoter 650. So we're going to recognize him right now for Promoter 320 for Mr. Kyle Devine out of Binghamton, New York. So let's give him a big round of applause. But actually, he's a Promoter 650. So
Way to go, Kyle.
yeah, good job, buddy. You're the man. All right, guys. So now we're going to recognize top consultant enroller recognition. So fourth place for consultant enrollers in the month of March, we've got Mr. Rod Edwards and Kathy Mugi. Right there. Kathy Mugi. Number 3 for third place, we've got Kevin Marino and Henry Vigiet. Second place, we've got Mr. John Nelson out of Iowa. Congratulations, sir. And we've got Miss Jessen Nino out of Mississippi, another up-and-coming superstar in the business. Congratulations. All right, drum roll. Who's number 1 consultant enroller? None other than Mr. Kyle Devine. New York. We're gonna be hearing a lot of his name and his team's name coming up. All right, top customer enroller for March of 2022. Fourth place, we've got Corey O'Brien out of Massachusetts. Okay. O'Brien, Keith Brumley, Alexis Brewer, and Chad Allen out of Virginia. Good job. All right, third place, we've got Monty Sandlin out of Arizona. Good job. And tied for third is Justin Nino out of Mississippi. Second place, we've got our man in Hawaii, Mr. Brian Libuano. I hope I'm saying the name right. Libuano, got it. And number one, customer enroller, Mr. Kyle Devine out of Linktr.ee. Congratulations to all of our top consultant enrollers and our customer enrollers. So now is the time, ladies and gentlemen, to pick our winners for the March Madness contest. So here's our leaderboard. This is everybody that has the most points for the March Madness promotion. So these are the top ticket earners. These are the people who had the most entries into the contest. So these are the people that are, their names are going to be in the hat, and we're going to have our Vanna White, or AKA Debbie Lee Flores.
There's actually another slide. There's so many that didn't fit on one slide.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there's more. Okay, so there's a lot of people that are getting entered into this contest.
Here.
Sean Aher.
Kevin and Andrew
Sean, there
here.
he is.
Andrew Walker's here.
Andrew Walker, yep. Fred's? Oh, there you go. Fred's is, all right. Oh, we got a lot of people here.
Hey, go back. Anybody from the first line? Go back.
Donna French, no.
They're all like
Donna's
Midwest.
online.
Oh, Donna's online? Hi, Donna.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of them are.
Hope you feel better. All right, so these are the people that are going to be put in the drawing. So how does this work? Well, we're going to give away one lucky prize winner. We're going to give $500 to the number one prize earner. We're going to give one ticket holder check for $250, and then we're going to give 5 lucky people $50 a piece. Okay, so that's the $1,000 and how it's broken down. So what we're going to do now is I think Debbie Lee, you're going to come on now for the drawing.
Do you want me to stop the share?
Yeah,
or-
stop sharing. Debbie Lee, if you want to come on full screen. There she is.
All right.
Yep, perfect.
So I just wanted to shout out that that list was just the top 10 ticket earners.
That was a top 10.
There were still more people that earned tickets.
Right.
So there were so many people that earned tickets and so many tickets earned that I couldn't fit in a bowl. So I had this big box full of tickets. I'm going to shake it up and we'll start. Do you guys want to start with the $50?
Yeah, let's do the $50 first.
All right, so here we go. I'm going to shake it up really good first because we want to give everybody a good chance. Kyle's online. He said the box of hope. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead. I got to get this down so I can reach in here. Okay, so our first ticket. Oh, my dog doesn't like this. Our first $50 ticket winner is John Seedy. Okay, now we'll shake the box again and scare my dog. And here we go again. Let's see. Okay, next ticket or next $50 prize winner. Oh, my friend from Georgia, Keith Grundy. Keith is online right now. Congratulations, Keith. And here we go again. Another $50 earner. Woo! I bet he's tuning in from Colorado, Zach Loescher.
Yeah.
These guys are rocking it. And another funny thing here, Nick, is that everybody that I pulled so far, I don't know if you guys are noticing, but these are the names that are on the outreach list. So these guys are working outreach. They're working tools. It's getting them in here. Okay, next one. Another $50. Only 2 more $50, and then we give away the big stuff. Next one. from Mississippi, Justin. The chat's going crazy over here. Okay, next one.
450. 450, right?
I'm not shaking anymore. Is everybody okay with me not shaking the box again?
Okay, yeah, I'm checking.
Okay. From Arizona, Monty Sandlin. And now we're off to our $250. We're doing the $250 first, right?
Yep, 250. Let's do it.
Okay, let's go.
Roll.
Okay.
Thank you for this one.
We gotta make sure everybody gets a chance. I'm even gonna dig in here. Like you guys can see, like I'm digging through here. Okay.
Good.
This is not a surprise. He had a lot of tickets in this one. He had a lot I was cutting a lot of tickets last night. For Brian in Hawaii. Congratulations.
Congrats, Brian.
And $500.
All right, here's the 500.
Guys.
Is my name in there?
Nick, sorry, your name. I purposely removed your name, even though you were hustling, man. Sorry. I also removed my own name. No, I'm kidding. I wasn't in there. Let's see here. Okay.
500 bucks. Who gets it?
$500. Okay. This is not a surprise. Kyle. He was also our top ticket earner with 175 tickets.
Guys, Kyle had 165 entries into this raffle. So there's, I mean, the odds of him winning are like 1,000 times bigger than anybody else. Good job. Congratulations to everybody. Thank you very much, Debbie. All right. Wow. I bet those people are pretty happy.
Yeah, no
That's
kidding.
exciting. Team Unity. There you go,
We're
Kyle.
doing this one. How do I do that?
Okay, perfect.
Need to repin us. And how about now?
Okay. All right. So next we have a really exciting training to share with you guys. I wanted to do a training on the proper way to pique people's interest about the business. Well, I saw this incredible training one time by a gentleman that happens to be in our company, is one of the top leaders in our company, and he has a training called Shut Up and Text. So I think it's an incredible training, how to prospect properly with Viv. And this is a gentleman that you're going to hear a lot from. Pretty much all of you know who he is. For those of you on Zoom that are watching, you never met Kevin. Guys, he's an absolute rock star in this industry. He's had tons and tons of success. If you happen to be on his team, do not take that lightly because him and his business partner, Mr. Henry Vigilant, who you heard from earlier, are absolute rock stars. They're blowing the business up. As you can see from most of the recognition, a lot of that was on their team as well. So he's going to do an incredible training for you guys today. So help me welcome to the front of the room, top producing gold partner, Mr. Kevin Marino.
How's everybody doing?
Awesome.
Great.
Having fun. All right. What am I supposed to stand? Somewhere in this range?
Yeah, that's good.
All right. I'll try to stand semi-still because I usually pace and walk around. So with that, great information so far today?
Yes.
All right. Everybody got a little stuff in their belly? Yeah?
Yes.
A little stuff. Okay. Now this training only takes about 6 or 7 hours, but I talk really fast. So we're going to get it done in about 20 minutes. This will be the abridged version. We're going to have lots of fun here. And I put this together just to give you a quick little why it happened. Did you ever have new people in your business that get in on Wednesday and by the time Saturday comes around and the training and they've already like, because they end up talking to a bunch of people, their cousin Joey who lives on their couch, got the orange fingers from eating Cheetos, and he told them it was a scam. So therefore they listened to him, so they didn't get into it. So I came up with this, and I just got to the point where I said, I need to be able to take a brand new person, hand them a few things and say, just shut up and text. If you can do that, I can take someone that's been in the business for a total of 10 minutes and teach them how to do the business. Because so many folks will enter and say, I need to learn this. I need to learn that. I need to learn all this stuff. No, you don't. You need to do a few certain simple little things to build a business. You don't need to learn everything. And I remember doing a meeting like this, getting into the training, and a lady said, I need to know this answer to this particular question. I said, no, you don't. She goes, I need to know that answer. You don't. This is in one of the companies we're working with. And she says, why do you say that? I said, because I'm the top earner here and I don't even know that answer. I said, so if I don't know it and I can do that, you definitely don't need to know that answer. So as we go through this, it's really important to understand we don't need to know the answers. All right, you're going to hear me say it a number of times. Use the tools, don't be a tool. Because that is really what happens is people become a tool. And the more you talk to a prospect about doing the business, the less chance that person is going to have the right attitude when they come in, because you are training them from the moment you begin talking to them. So I pretty much have to erase the BS you've taught them and teach them how to do it the proper way. So we can get people doing it the proper way from step one. What you'll learn is they duplicate very quickly, even when they know absolutely nothing. You get people coming out of the gate and going getting those 5 bills, going referring consultants right away because they've learned from you how simple it is to do. So we've written a number of different scripts. Understand there is no one magic one. We'll give you a few different ones. Make sure it's in your vernacular. I typically say, hey. When I'm going to text someone, I use hey. Most people, some people don't feel comfortable saying hey. They say hi or hello. All right. Don't ever put hello, dear, because they'll think you're from another country. All right. Just telling you like it is. So we're going to go through a number of different things. And again, I'm going to go through this kind of quickly. I will tell you there is a book if you'd like to get the book. But I'm going to go through this kind of quickly. It's very important to grab when you're doing the notes, who's got there's a perfect one. I know I'm walking out of camera. Walk back in here just for a second. All right. Yes. It's important to have this style notebook, not a legal pad that you're flipping page over page. The reason you're going to do that is when you write your list, you're going to do it on the right-hand pages. When you do it on the right-hand page, you're going to skip about 2 or 3 lines between each name that you put on it, and you're going to fill up that book. You're just going to keep going, fill it up, fill it up, fill it up, fill it up. What's the left-hand page for? Notes. That's what it's for. Because if you need to write notes, you have it on the left. If you try that with a legal pad, your notes are on the back side of the page. Doesn't work. I know it seems obvious, but one of the things that I'm known for is pointing out the blatantly obvious. So here we go. I've also learned to talk about and put markers where when I text somebody the first time, T1 with a date, T2 with a date, T3. Shorten your notes. All right, you'll learn your own shorthand. This just works for me. Money's in the decision. Okay. Can we all agree if someone says yes, they're in your business, you're going to make money with them, right? If you're doing follow-up and follow-up and follow-up and follow-up and follow-up and follow-up, how much money are you making during the follow-up? None. Okay. Are we going to do follow-up still? Yes. Yeah, but we want a decision. Give me a decision. I don't care if your decision is no today. You're going to save me time in my follow-up because I'm going to put you on an update list, which follows up to everybody all at one time. You see how I just saved my time? That's what we're going to do. Save some time. Text 1, you're reaching out. You're piquing people. You're poking them. You're just trying to begin a conversation. Have you heard me at all talk about selling them something while you're texting? You're not. All you want to do is start a conversation. All right, and we do that a number of different ways. You only reply to the positive people. If they ignore you, you ignore them. If they're snarky, I'll teach you how to deal with them later. If they're negative, I'll teach you how to deal with them later. You do not even respond. Only spend your time, which is precious, with those who respond positively. Make sense? Okay. With them, you go to no, yeah, stay away from the war. No texting wars. All right. In the beginning, yeah, I was that guy. I'm like, ah. You, those of you who see me online know that I get into litigation with people. But I would do that when I was texting with people. But what do? You basically, I mean, you're doing the old, what is it? No, there can be only one. You may win that war, but guess what? You lost that person forever. They will never want to do business with you. So don't do it. All right, someone's being an idiot, ignore. Nothing annoys a person who's trying to get under your skin more than you ignoring them. So ignore them. Test 1 is simply a probe. Hey, friend. Just curious, do you still keep your income options open? Just a probe. You're poking them. These are people who you know are networkers. Again, you're going to text people differently knowing what category they fall in. These are warm people. These are not cold leads that you've just gotten off the internet or for whatever thing. These are people who are friends of yours. So you're going to poke them, and they may not have heard from you in 2 years. Who cares? Are they in your business today? So if they say no, have you lost anything? Okay, so is there a downside? No. So those of you that have a chicken list, rip it the hell up. There's no such thing as a chicken list. It's a list of people with that names on. I've had people text me and go, oh my God, you responded to me, you were on my chicken list. I'm like, why? If you text me, I text you back. That's how it works. I may say no. I typically take a look at stuff, but I say no 99% of the time. But I always have a conversation. Don't work, just freaking text people. Just reach out to them. But you can do it with a number of different ways. It's just a matter of, again, just getting the conversation started. Text number 2 only gets sent out to people who have responded positively, and you're asking them a specific question. I have a short video. Can you watch it? When? Right now is the key. Right now is absolutely the key. Can you watch it right now? Not can you watch it 2 days from now? Can you watch it right now? This helps you to get to the decision more quickly. This is what drives people crazy when I'm prospecting them. Because I will send Fran a text and it'll say, hey, Fran, oh, great, appreciate it. You know, can you watch the text right now? And he'll come back with, no, I'm kind of busy right now. Send it to me. I'll watch it later. Hey, no problem. What's a good time for you later? Oh, I'll be good about 7:30. No problem. I'll text you then. And I don't send them the video. In the rapid funnel system, we have the ability to know if they've watched it or not. Okay, so that gives you a little bit of a leeway. Try not to utilize that as your fallback. And I'll say that because people will wait days sometimes to watch things. And or not at all. And you will spend your time, hey, Fran, did you watch the video yet? Hey, Fran, did you get a chance to check out that video? You become the annoying friend they knew you were already. Don't do it. But if he says 7:30, he thinks he's controlling the conversation. Notice I said he thinks he is. I'm controlling it. So I'm going to reach out to him at 7:30. Hey, Fran, is this still a good time for you to watch that video? Right now. Repeat that process as many times as necessary until he says, yes, I can watch that video right now. As soon as he does, you send it to him. When you send it to him, yeah. If he does not say, don't send it. Some people are going to try anything. I will try anything to get people to send me the damn video, even when I can't watch it right now. And it's really funny when people use my own training against it. It's hysterical. And I'm like, dude, you wrote the book. I'm not allowed to send it to you. I said, for you, I will wait. I'll be ready at 6 o'clock. Okay, I'll text you that. I love that. They use it against me. And you know what it does? It works. It's annoying, but it works. Text 3. Send them the link and then follow up with them in 5 to 7 minutes. Now, in that 5 to 7 minutes, who knows what you're doing? You're lining up your team leaders. Get 1 or 2 of them that you're texting, hey, are you available for a 3-way? I got somebody that's looking at watching the video right now. Because if you do this properly, we can go through the system pretty quickly. The next step is to get them on the phone. And you'll see how you get them on the phone. You got 5 to 7 minutes and you can reach and get back to them. Now, guys, stick to business when you call them up. And Diana knows I looked directly at her when I said this. You're not calling them up to talk about anything else. I don't care what's going on in their lives right now. Hi, how are you? Henry, appreciate you taking the time to check it out. You good? The family's good? Everyone's good? Great. Go right into it. Appreciate you watching the video. What'd you like best? What'd you like best? The response from you also is not, I like that too. You might or might not like that about the particular video. Here's the easiest response, and you're always telling the exact truth. I saw that too. Oh, you like that? I saw that too. Providing you've watched the video. You best have watched the video. Most of our tool videos are 1.5 to 2.5 minutes long. Watch the video. You gotta watch them. Yes, I saw that too. People will make comments. Do not ask the ridiculous question of, so what'd you think? Understand, so what did you think makes the human brain look for the negative, because that's what it's trained to do. What do you think does never come out of your mouth? What did you like best? Automatically trains the person to go and find something they liked in the video. I don't care if it's a cartoon character. I don't care if it's the fact that it was only a 90-second video. Whatever it is, they're going to come up with something positive. So, you lined up the team leaders. I said I'm going through this quickly. You can call them. First off, thank you for watching the cool video. See, I always throw in a nice little description. It's a cool video. It's a quick video. It's an on-point video. There's reasons why I throw that in there, because when you're talking to people, if you throw a little NLP in there, little neuro-linguistic programming, it edges them toward where you want them to go. It keeps them on the track. Again, many times they think they're controlling the conversation. They have no idea. You're going right down a railroad track. You're keeping them on that track. Because if you do this right, you just keep them on the track. You may not always get a yes. I'm not telling you you're going to get a yes. I'm telling you you're going to get a decision. And that's all we want. We want a decision. I want a yes or I want a no. I don't care what it is. And if you go in with that decision, with that mindset, I don't care what it is. It's a yes or a no. I just want a decision. You will get far more yeses. Because people understand you're not being desperate. Like, dude, I don't care whether you want to do this. I just need to know. You like what you see? You don't like what you see. Yes, you're in. No, you're on the update list. It's simple. And we're going to pound you every month on that update list. All right, watch it right now. A couple questions. First off, would you like best? Well, what you saw. See, I know my.
I would say you did it from memory. Yeah.
I know this stuff. Yes, I saw that too. Okay. Okay. This is where it gets interesting. And you want to get the feedback. You want to get the interaction from the person. Ask them a question. All right. You've gotten the what did they like best? Now you're going to ask them on a scale of 1 to 10. Where does this business, where do you see yourself in this business? You can ask them in a number of different ways. I use interest level many times. What's your interest level at this point in time from 1 to 10? 1, I can't believe you made me watch a stupid video. 10, sign me up. Tom Schmidt is the greatest guy in this business. And I want to work with him. I mean, where do you sit? Most of the time, you're going to get somewhere between 4 and 7. If you get a 1 or a 2, hey, you know what? I appreciate you taking the time. Thank you very much. But this probably isn't for you. Guys, do the takeaway and walk away. Do it. It is empowering. When you totally snatch it away from someone who's giving you an attitude after watching it, take it away, walk away. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun to do. And once you start doing it, you'll probably do it a little too often. But because it does become fun to do. So 4 to 7, great. 8, 9, or 10, sign them up. Forget the team leader for the moment, sign them up, then get with the team leader and introduce them as your newest team member. Does that make sense? All right. 4 to 7 is where most of the people are going to fall. Here's the greatest response. To lead them down, again, bring them down that path. Oh, well, Tom, I see you, you said you're a 4. That's great. Typically, a person that's a 4 has 2 to 4 questions that they need to be addressed to move them closer to a 10. What questions do you have that I can get addressed for you today? Do you see how simple that is? You're not saying, well, what didn't you like about it? Well, great. You're exactly where we expect most of you are. And if you say 2 to 4 questions, they will pretty much typically come up with 2, sometimes 3, rarely 4. But they also don't think they need a list. Because if you leave it open-ended, you will not believe what some of the people will come up with. Especially those people with green personalities that have, oh my gosh, they want to know everything under the sun. 2 to 4 questions, keep it that way. And, oh yeah, so you get those 2, man, I really am going by memory on this thing. I'm just going to keep cranking through there. I haven't done this one live in hyperspeed in a long time. So those are great questions. Be new. Who's been at the company 2, 3, 4 years? A few of you in the room. Lose that. Be new. I'm still kind of new, but I'll tell you what, I'm working with Brendan Kenny. He has been helping me build this business. He's been instrumental in doing this. So I'll tell you what, hang on 1 second. We'll get him to address these questions for you. Put them on hold and call. Did I ask permission to do a 3-way call? No, don't ask. Whose business is it? Yours. If they get annoyed, so what? Still your business. But understand, once I get them on the phone, you see, you said 2 key things. 1, I'm new. 2, I have someone who's going to address those very questions because they're the ones instrumental in building my business. So what did you just teach them? They need to know absolutely nothing to do this business. That's the key. That's why we can teach somebody who's been 10 minutes in this business how to do this business. Because they have to know absolutely nothing. Okay? Check your ego. You do team leader, edification. You get them on the phone. You bring them back on the phone. Fran. Oh, actually, I was doing with Tom. Okay, so Tom, I got you on the phone. Tom, I want to introduce you. First, Brandon, thank you very much for taking the call. I really appreciate it. Obviously, you've been very instrumental in building my business, and I have a gentleman, Tom, who is a friend of mine. We've been working together. He's a business guy. He's an attorney. He really knows his stuff. I think that he could really find a home here with this business. But I'm me being new. I knew you were the guy. He's watched the video. He rated himself a 4, and at this point in time, you're definitely the best guy to address his questions. Now zip it. Hit mute. I have to hit mute. I am terrible at not butting in. I will butt in all the time if I don't hit mute. I'm talking to the phone while I'm on mute. I am. Diana, who are you talking to? I'm not talking to anybody. They're talking. I'm just talking to the phone. It'll drive you crazy sometimes. And understand, if you put people on the phone with me, I'm not always going to go in the direction you thought the phone call was going to go in. Be okay with that. Be okay with occasionally your team leader is going to blow your prospect off the phone because the person's being an idiot. It's going to happen. You have to be okay with it. There's times your team leader is going to do the takeaway. You know what, Tom? Maybe this business just isn't for you. But you know what? Why don't you keep us in mind as we move forward? If your situation changes, why don't you reach back out to Kevin and see if timing's still good for both of you. It's going to happen sometimes. Other times the conversation is going to go like a dream. You have to be good with no matter which way the conversation goes. Because again, what's your one skill that you just did? You learned inviting. If you invite, and just turn it over, let them do the work. Are you going to be able to close every deal on your own? No, don't do it. And you're going to do crappy training and try to teach people they got to do the same thing. Don't do it. Okay. Have faith in, man, I gotta go through this. It's almost like I wrote some of this. Jeez, I tell you.
Have you done this before?
I have once or twice. So understand this system will give your team leaders the easiest close ever. After we've been discussing for a while, Tom, I appreciate you. Brian will be talking to him. Tom, I appreciate your time going through here. We've addressed your initial questions, and you came up with a couple others. They were great questions. Really appreciate your time. You came on this phone call as a 4. At this point in time, how much closer to a 10 are you? Is that the softest close in the world or what? They're just giving a number. How much closer? Well, I'm a 6.5. Great. Going to turn you back over to Kevin. He's going to get with you, find out what more information you need that we can share with you to get you closer to a 10. Understand, never am I saying to get you to sign up to the company, because it's understood in his head, the closer I get him to a 10, he's ready to go. He's in the business. I just have to get him closer to a 10. 8, 9, or 10, sign his ass up. Let's go. If he goes down and he's now a 0 and he's going down, he's a 3 or a 2. You know what, Tom? This is probably just isn't for you. Would it be okay if Kevin put you on a list to give you an update on a monthly basis, kind of keep you up to speed? He's relieved because we're not hammering him. We're not trying to force him into the business. You may also say at that point in time, hey, you know what? Maybe you'd be good just as a customer to try the service out for now. Maybe not join the business, but try it out. Let us show you how we make it business. Who knows? Maybe that might bring you from that 2, back up to the 10 area. But would it be okay if he put you on an update list and just updated you quickly each month? Does that make sense? And you're going to get a yes almost every single time, because the prospect is so relieved that you didn't try to force them into the business, because that's what people typically do. They start berating. Well, you just don't get it. You're just being stupid. Don't do that. Have respect for the people. When you got into business, was it your decision or someone else's? Let them make their decision. Because if you get someone who comes in voluntarily, they're way more apt to do something than if you drag their butts in here, and then you got to convince them next week to go call people. You got to convince them to make a list. You got to convince them to do. I'm not in a convincing business. I'm in a working with people business. Kyle and those guys, did we drag them in? We talked to Kyle a couple times. He didn't see it. All of a sudden he calls Henry up. He's like, this is really cool. I want to do this. Have we dragged Kyle to anything? No. He's like, no. Kyle keeps us busy day and night, and Nick busy too, day and night. Kyle, you are kicking butt. Keep going. You and your team is amazing. You guys got a tremendous amount of leaders out there. Great job. Where we go? Other numbers. No matter what the outcome, thank your team leader. If you have an issue with the way they ran the call, you discuss it after, not in the presence of a prospect. Had that happen once. I've had people butt in. If I'm doing a 3-way call and with Paul and one of his guys, and he's butting in, I'm sending him a text saying, mute your damn phone. If they ignore that, Paul, check your text. Some people don't take the hint. I'm like, all right, since you're not taking the hint, you didn't check your text, you didn't mute your phone, mute your damn phone. Now tell the prospect, understand we are in training. Like Paul probably said, he's new, he is. There's a reason that we're going through this. We have to train each other as we do this. Because the better we train each other, guess what? The next group of people we bring in will be right on track to get it. When it turns it back over to you, all right, again, if they're 0 to 4, you want to thank them. If they're 5 to 7, you're going to share more information. 8, 9, or 10, get them signed up. We can make this information available. Update list, you're putting them on. If the prospect says no now, no whining. There's no whining in network marketing. No crying in baseball, no whining in network marketing. Just put them on the update, get them on that update list. And when you send the updates on a monthly basis, you're sending, do a group list, send it out to them. It's a 1-sentence thing. All right, and that 1 sentence is what's going on. Oh, Kyle, for example, anybody he's sending it out to, hey, I just hit promoter 650. Business is going great. Our team has already saved people in excess of $12,000, $14,000, wherever they are right now, they're cranking. Really excited about it. Thank you for your support. You always sign it. Thank you for your support. And I've got a comment from a number of people going, but I didn't support you. I say, yes, you did. You watched my information. That was support. All I asked you to do was look. I didn't ask you to join. I asked you to look. You took their time. That's their most precious asset they have is their time. You thank them for being supportive in your business. And they're reading the update. Thank you for your support. You'd be surprised how many people eventually call you back when their circumstances change in their lives. You will get calls back. I get calls occasionally. Hey, what are you doing these days? I love those calls. This is what I'm doing. This is really cool. You gotta check this out. And I go into rapid phone. Can you watch this video right now? Yes, I can. Okay, great. Okay, this once or twice a month. Thank you for your support. Wow, I've seen this video. I've seen this right. Okay, let's have a little fun. People ignore them, ignore them back. The snarky, and I think I have it, the ignore and snarky people. We're going to deal with both. So if they ignore you, ignore them. You send them back next week. You send them a thing. Hey, is this a better time? Typically, you'll get back a better time for what? I reached out to you last week and you didn't answer. I figured you might have been busy. Always give them the benefit of the doubt. You don't know if they were driving. You don't know if their cat gacked on the rug when they got home. The kids are acting up. They've just gotten a knockdown drag out with their significant other. You don't know what their situation is. Don't get upset with them. Again, that gets you nowhere. You want to get them on that railroad track and lead them down a path. Be nice. Is this a better time? They'll say yes. Snarky people, are you in a better mood? My favorite text to people who were trying to get under my skin last week, or they were just in a bad mood for whatever. Hey, you in a better mood today? And I usually get, what do you mean? Well, I sent you a text last week and you gave me some snarky-ass response. Oh, you wouldn't believe what happened. And I let them go on about what kind of craziness happened to them last week. Wow, that's interesting. And I go into text number 1. It's just everything reverts back to the system. Everything reverts back to text number 1. You want to try and get them on that track. If somebody was ignoring you and you did that and then they ignore you again, understand they read the text. Don't ever think, oh, they didn't get a chance to see. They did. They're ignoring you. That's why when people ignore my text, I get snarky quickly. You could say, no, I'm not interested, leave me alone, whatever. Do not ignore me. Did you fall in a hole? Do I need to send flowers? The 5th week in a row that someone does not respond at all is obviously you don't wish to hear from me. No problem. I wish you well in life. I'm going to close the file on you. Only one person didn't respond to that. And I deleted them from my phone. If folks are going to ignore you and they don't wish to, you're talking over an extended period of time. So they really have no excuse why they couldn't have sent a 3-second text. Do we all agree? Yeah, they go on that list. Back to text number 1, be consistent. You really truly want to be successful here, stay consistent. It's the popcorn theory. Everybody do Jiffy Pop growing up, you put it on the heat. What if you put it on and took it off? Put it on for 5 seconds, take it off. Anything gonna happen? Come back in a week, put it on for a little bit more, take it off. By the end of the year, you could have put it on the heat for 20 minutes, but nothing happened. Right? Because you were inconsistent. But if you put it on for 6 or 7 minutes consistently, you get a big thing of popcorn, blows up, goes all over your kitchen, you have a ball. Dogs eat it, it's all good stuff. Be consistent, your business will grow. If you want the book, it's on Amazon. Because this was definitely the abridged version. I hope you enjoyed it. It was my pleasure to share it with you, and anybody has questions on it, please feel free to get with me. Help you out.
That was good.
Very suddenly, I had Skittles in my mouth.
Thank God it wasn't popcorn.
Yeah, actually, I could use some popcorn right now. That'd be great. So guys, next I get to introduce our very own CEO, who some of you are meeting for the first time in person. Some of you on Zoom are going to hear from him for the first time. And guys, I could not think of a better owner and chief executive officer to be here with us. He's working with us every single day. He's in the trenches with us, guys. He's not just one of those owners that owns the company and disappears and says, "All right, guys, you go work. I'm going to go play." He's literally, I mean, you do like to play, but, every once in a while. But you know, he's in the trenches with us. We talk every single day about how we can make Viv better, what he can do to improve this opportunity for each and every one of you out in the field that are working so hard to make this an incredible opportunity. So we've got some incredible, exciting announcements for you guys today. This is the part that a lot of you have been waiting for. I see some smiles right now. So guys, without further ado, please give a big round of applause for our CEO, Mr. Tom Schmidt.
So you've heard a little bit about kind of what we're doing, what our ideas are, et cetera, but I'll, so you can hear it from direct from me. My partners and I acquired this business for one reason and one reason only, and that is the platform. And Brendan mentioned this at the beginning of today's event, that what Cammie and her team did is they put in place a platform that was kind of small, but it has the ability to grow infinitely. And not only grow with more people marketing Viv's services, but also to add more services. And so that's what we're doing, and you guys, if you've been on any of the events where I've talked, you've heard me talk about this notion that you guys get customers. My job is to make each of those customers more valuable, so that as you're growing, you have 10 customers, then you have 20 customers, then you have 30 customers. On day one, those 30 customers might be worth $100 each, so they're worth $3,000. My job is to make them worth $200 each, $300 each, $400 each. Then each additional one you add, you're getting that much more valuable. And that's how you build a business that will create long-term residual income for each one of you. So I'm going to talk about, we've got a lot of stuff in the hopper, and it all comes in. It doesn't all happen on a single day. It comes in over time. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is community solar. Raise your hand if you've not heard about Viv's community solar program yet. I assume all of you all have heard of it. Almost. Okay. So this is already live. If your customer, either residential or commercial, is in a state that allows community solar legally, you can sign them up today with Viv, and you can earn money while they convert their entire energy usage to green solar energy and get a discount on their existing electric bill. There are very few opportunities in this country where you can convert from coal or natural gas or oil for your electricity to solar and pay less money for that solar. That doesn't happen. The reason it exists is in the states that have community solar, the state government is subsidizing the program. So not only do you switch to full-scale solar for all your energy, all your electricity, but you're going to pay guaranteed less money per month for your electricity. Now, if you're talking about a couple that lives in an apartment and doesn't use much electricity, there's a small amount of commission that is generated for converting that couple to community solar. If you talk about a restaurant that operates a deep freezer 24 hours a day, that business uses a lot of electricity. The community solar savings that business is going to get is literally in the thousands of dollars per month. And therefore, the commissions to the person who brings community solar to them are very significant. Each of you guys can earn a single commission for a single customer in the thousands of dollars, $2,000, $1,500, $1,000 for a small business. For an individual, it's $250 for every individual person that you get to commit to convert to green power. So how does it work? First of all, it's on autopilot, just like they would upload their Verizon bill or choose autopilot electricity with Viv. They select community solar, they upload their utility bill, and then we take it from there. The way it works out in the real world is some investors or some company go out and they literally build a solar powered electricity plant. It can be big enough to handle 10 houses, or it could be big enough to handle 3,000 houses, just depending upon what that individual company wants to do. They build the solar plant and they connect it to that state's community solar program. The customers sign up, and this is one of the things that we try to focus on in Viv. No cost. There's no fees, zero fees to the customer for joining community solar. What ends up happening is when they sign up, they end up getting a portion of the electricity that's generated from the solar plant, and they get that as a credit on their bill. Now, you need to explain to your customers that what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to upload a credit card into the system to pay for the electricity that they're getting from the solar plant. So yesterday, the customer got all their electricity from the utility, and they pay the utility 100% of the money for that electricity, right? That's what everybody's done forever. On the next day, when they enroll in community solar, what's going to happen is they're going to pay the solar company for their electricity instead of the utility, and there'll be a credit on their utility bill. So the net is that they pay about 5 to 10% less for their electric bill than they would otherwise pay. But it's important to let people know, we're not charging you a fee, but you need to put a credit card in the system to pay for it, because now you're going to be buying your electricity from the solar plant, and the way you pay for that is on your credit card. So what I tell people is, oh my gosh, you used to do bill pay or send a check to pay your electric bill, or maybe you do the ACH thing automatically from your checking account. Get a credit card where you get points. And now every month when you pay your community solar bill, you're getting points, miles or whatever points you want to get for credit card benefits. The benefits of it, no hassle for the customers. They sign up with us, they have to go to a little web link and enroll, put in their credit card, and they're good to go. No monthly fees, no fees for it. You're just paying for the electricity, and you're paying less than you were yesterday. Very little work for consultants. Just tell your people, send an email, send a text. Hey, make sure you sign up for community solar. But remember, Viv's going to do a lot of this work for you. And I'll probably forget to mention it each time. But whenever we talk about one of these new services that goes live, like one of the first things we did when we came in, you won't be surprised to learn, we said, hey, Viv is not licensed to sell electricity in Texas. Oh my gosh, well, I'm in Texas. I actually own an electricity company in Texas. So the first thing we did was we set up Viv to be able to sign up electricity customers in the state of Texas. Well, we told you guys, hey, call your friends and your customers that are already there. But Viv itself, we know every customer in our network that lives in Texas. So we started sending them emails saying, hey, make sure you sign up for autopilot electricity, which in turn makes more money for you guys. And that's kind of how we make your customers more valuable. You don't even have to contact cousin Sally who lives in Dallas. Viv will reach out to her directly and say, sign up for Texas electricity. Or cousin Mike in Illinois, he's going to get an email that says, hey, Mike, you do your cell phone bill with Viv. Did you know that we have community solar now in Illinois? You should sign up for that. When he does, guess what? You get that $250 commission. So we do a lot of that work for you. The commissions on this this is one of the easiest sales you'll ever make. You're switching to green power. It costs you $0. You're going to save money on your electricity. And every single person you can get to do it is going to put $250 in your bank account. That's easy. And it also helps fit with Viv's focus of making life better. I said $250. Did I misrepresent? It's $150 for each residential customer and $500 or more for a commercial customer. For those of you who count points, it's 4 points for every community solar residential customer you put in the system. For commercial customers, it's 10 points. Okay, and the compensation for a small business up to a large business can go from $500. About the most it'll ever be, my guess would be about $2,500 for a single large commercial customer. And one of the problems here on that side is that the community solar plants try to de-emphasize large businesses. They're looking to help smaller residential customers and small businesses. So some of them won't even take a big commercial customer. So there's kind of an upper limit there, but we can get up into the $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 range on some of those. Now, for those of you who want more training about community solar, Tammy Stroud, who's our Vice President of Business Development, and Nick are going to do a deep dive on community solar on April 21st. So make sure you check that out. It'll be in Rapid Funnel on the calendar, but it's a great way to learn more about the community solar program and get up to date on states and when they're going to be live, et cetera. Someone asked me the other day, when is Connecticut going to, or I'm sorry, earlier today, when is Connecticut going to be live? Well, it depends on the state government, right? So the legislature has to approve the subsidies to fund the program. And so we obviously stay on top of that. As soon as Connecticut approves it and it's open, Viv will be live and you can start signing up customers in Connecticut.
Tom, do we know if it's Massachusetts, one of the states?
It is, right? Yeah, Massachusetts is live now. Oh, and by the way, I think I don't remember if it was Henry or Brendan showed the map. It was Brendan showed the map of the states and what's live. So that map is available in your back office, and it will be updated over time. As a new state goes live, we'll change it to show that as well. The next one I want to talk about is the employee retention tax credit. So there's a little bit of good news, bad news here. The great news, the good news is that this is going to be an incredibly lucrative opportunity if you can bring business customers to Viv. The bad news is it's a ticking clock. It has an end date. And the reason is because this is taking advantage of a COVID pandemic stimulus program that will end, probably, I think it's about a little less than 2 years from today. So there's you should have a sense of urgency to go out and get as many small businesses to take advantage of this as possible. How does it work? So the idea is that the federal government wanted to encourage businesses, and particularly small businesses, to maintain their employees on payroll, even if they had to close their physical location, right? So if you're a restaurant, you had 15 employees and you had to shut down because of COVID, if you kept your employees and kept paying them, you're entitled to a refund of the payroll taxes that you paid to those people. And you get it for 2020 and 2021. So how do you guys bring customers for this? Find a small business. Any small business will do. Restaurant, mom and pop barber shop, any place where they have actual employees as opposed to 1099 contractors. You want them to have actual employees. You go into the Viv website, and if you go to kind of the upper right-hand corner, there's a drop-down that'll show you commercial services, and under that, there's something called the commercial savings consultation request form. This is what it looks like. Is there a laser pointer here? So if you go to any of the Viv web pages and you pull down products, it'll say home or commercial, do commercial, and then at the bottom of that, there's a link to this page, which is the savings consultation request. And then down here starts an actual web form. And if you scroll down the form, you see here's like the edge of it, mobile phone number and email. This is the information for the small business that you want to bring to Viv. And of course, you need to talk to them first, say, hey, listen, are you interested? What services are you interested in us helping you with? And you check the boxes that are relevant to that particular business. And down there near the bottom is the employee retention credit audit. And this is live right now. You can literally walk across the street, go to the little sandwich shop over there, say, hey guys, are you interested in us getting you $26,000 back for every employee you have in the store? Yes or no? What if I told you I could do that? I won't charge you anything unless we get you that money. Who's going to say no to that, right? Take down their information on your phone, fill out the form, check that box, and Viv will do the rest. We'll contact them with a list of the documents that they need to upload, no cost to them. We don't charge them a penny. They upload some financial information to show that their business was harmed during COVID. They upload their tax forms, their 941 tax filings to show how many employees they had, how much payroll tax they paid, et cetera. And then our experts go get them money. And it comes out to about $26,000 per employee for most businesses. Now, you know, there may be situations where they had people work part-time during that period, and so the dollars are less. But imagine that we had a business that had 10 employees. That's $260,000 that you can bring to that business. And guess what? Viv's not only going to pay you to do that, we're also going to pay your power team. So I've talked to some of you, if you hear me talk about, if you hear me talk about commercial services, and I always make fun of my buddy, Sean Mills. Some of y'all may have heard of Sean. Sean is, you know, a super great sales guy, right? He hears about this stuff and his reaction is, oh my gosh, I'm going to go door to door. I'm just going to go to every business in my community. I'm going to tell them about community solar. And I'm going to tell them about employee retention tax credits. And let's see, can I go backwards? I'm going to obviously talk about bill negotiation and energy auto switching and energy efficiency products and utility bill auditing. All those services I'm going to talk to them about. Well, you know what I said to Sean? I said, that sounds great, but I have a much, much better idea. Who can tell you what the better idea is?
Get 5 people to go help you do that same thing.
That's right. And teach those 5 people to each go get 5 people to go do that. That's when you make the real money. The real money in this company, in this business, is being a pay setter, or even better, a silver partner and getting those power team bonuses. That's where you can make a lot more money. But even if you went and got 4 or 5 small businesses to take advantage of this, you're going to make several $1,000s. And then on top of that, you're going to be a rock star, right? They're going to love you. And they're probably going to sign up for community solar if it's available in that state. They're going to sign up for energy switching. They're going to upload their bills, et cetera. The really cool thing about this program is for a sign up, they don't even have to save any money. If you go to a small business, they enroll and put in the paperwork, you immediately get $250 and your power team gets 75. And that's regardless of whether they qualify, regardless of whether they save any money. So it is my belief that if I were a consultant and I wanted to go get some ERC customers, I wouldn't care about the requirements for whether they qualify or not. Everybody wants to know, well, what are the requirements? You know, my response is, I'm not an expert. Let's get your paperwork uploaded and let the experts tell us if you qualify or not. Because the guys that we're going to take them to are actually going to apply for and get the credits. They are going to make more money than we are on the deal. So they have every incentive to find a way to get that business qualified. And by the way, for you guys, if all you did was get $250 for every person you got to do this, that's a home run. But we're going to give you 33% of the total fees that come in later. Now, this is going to take several months, right? So you're going to bring them in, they're going to enroll, they're going to upload their paperwork. It's going to take quite a while for the money to come in, but you're going to wake up one day and all of a sudden there's going to be a $4,000 check on your weekly pay. 10% of the fees go to the power team. That would be something like, for if you found a 10-employee business, you're looking at about $7,700 for you. That's one client. What if you got 10 clients? $2,300 for the power team. Again, the good news is tons of money here, very easy to do, doesn't cost the business anything. It's a no-lose proposition for them and huge amounts of money. Remember though, the clock is ticking. Pretty soon this program is going to end and it won't be available anymore.
Okay, that's the first.
Yes, sir.
On ERC, is that something that existing accountants today already know about?
Yes. So there's a big problem in this country that, you know, like many government programs, it is extremely difficult to apply for and receive these ERC credits, right? The government does not make it easy. What is the government interested in? Are they really interested in giving away money? No, what they're interested in is being able to talk on television. We approved this program to give billions and billions of dollars away and then make it as hard as possible for it to work, right? So what happened in this country, and the reason that we're here in 2022 talking about this still, is that most accountants in the country started telling their clients, you don't qualify. And they read the first, like the summary pages of the bill that says you have to have lost this much money. You must have had this much decline in your business. You must have had this many employees and all these things. And the CPA goes, oh, no, you don't qualify for that, right? So tons of businesses, and when you go talk to businesses, about half of them will tell you, I've already asked and I don't qualify. Here's what I say to that. Ready? Yeah. $250. Right? I don't care you've been told no. I don't care if the president of the United States told you you don't qualify, apply again. What is the harm? And if you've already applied, that means you've already pulled together the 941s, and so it doesn't even take you any more work. Just do it again. Give them to me. Let me see if I can be successful where the others fail. And one of two things happens. Either you fail and you get $250, or you succeed and there's a much bigger check coming, and you're a rock star because you solved their problem when they were told no, right? And let me tell you something, 100% I've talked to these people at great lengths because I didn't believe it at first. And they explained to me, CPAs are lazy, right? They're not sitting there with a calculator with the little lever and the tape doing your tax return. They're uploading files into a software system that spits it out the other side, and they get paid $1,500. They're not the types of lawyer folks that literally understand these systems, know how to word the application artfully so that maybe your business squeezes in through an exception or a loophole that isn't immediately obvious if you didn't read all 4,726 pages of the Federal Register where all the regulations are put forth on the policy. Take my word for it, and you don't even have to do that. $250. I'm dead serious, right? I'm dead serious. Who cares? I hope they don't qualify because I don't want to have to worry about it. I want my $250 and I'll go get it 10 times, right? Seriously.
Is there a size limit for how large the company can be?
I'm going to go back to Kevin. I have no idea. Right? And this is an important thing, right? Because if you get involved in this, you can find information from Viv, and Tammy's going to tell you on the deep dive. She'll tell you about the qualifications, the restrictions. If I were you, I would not listen, right? Because you don't want to lie to the customer. What you want to say is, look, I don't know, but let's take a shot. What do we have to lose? It costs nothing, and you might get $260,000, right? Take a shot. I don't want to tell them what the restrictions are. Yeah, sorry.
May have been wrong.
And probably your accountant is wrong, right? Is your accountant an expert in employee retention tax credits and bill auditing? No, these people are. This is what they do. Let's get the experts to do it for you, right? Give you an example. I am a high-level attorney who has litigated on multiple occasions billion-dollar lawsuits, right? Ask me about a question about your divorce or your tax return or a criminal matter, I am less than worthless. I could not help you at all. But if you have a business lawsuit that you need advice about, man, I can tell you everything you ever wanted to know about that, right? I could be a CPA who prepares your tax return every year for 25 years and saves you tons of money on it. I have no idea what this is, right? Get an expert who does this. For the same reason that you guys shouldn't be negotiating your own cell phone bills, you should be letting the expert negotiators at Viv do that, is the same reason they shouldn't have their everyday CPA handling their ERC credits. Coming in May, merchant processing. Now, this is a little bit different situation. Couple things about it. First of all, when we launched this service, we are immediately going to be in sort of a contest type of environment where if we bring in enough customers, Viv will receive huge bonuses in the 6 figures. The reason is because this is a new type of merchant processing. Raise your hand if you've heard of net zero merchant processing. Okay, so it's kind of a new thing. Someone asked, I saw Nick got a question the other day. Someone said, hey, I think it's illegal for a business to charge the customer for the merchant processing fee. Well, for the last 30 years, it has been illegal in almost every state. But the states have changed their laws and the companies have figured out ways around the laws so that what this offers is, you know, when you go to a restaurant and you buy your lunch, the tax is included and it's a separate line item on the thing. And then the tip is a separate line item. You total it out and you go. And let's just say your total bill is $100. Well, when the restaurant charges that $100 on your credit card, they're paying about $3, to the merchant processing company. The way this system would work, they're going to change their system. So now you'll pay $103. They'll add the $3 onto the bill. What does that do? That immediately adds 2 to 3% of the company's gross revenues right to their bottom line. Because last year, if they made $100,000, they were paying $3,000 to the credit card company. And next year, if they made $100,000, they're going to keep $100,000. It goes straight to the bottom line. And if they do tens of millions of dollars, that's where the numbers can really change. So we're going to launch this program on May the 7th at our next Saturday summit. But that's not the day you start. We're going to have you guys start much sooner than that, start bringing in customers so that come May 7th, instead of starting to sign up one customer at a time, everybody adds 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 customers all on that first day so that we can front load our, because then we can pay a lot of bonuses and have a lot of contests out of this money that's going to come into us as bonuses for merchant processing. So, and again, the idea here, and you're going to start seeing themes, the idea here is that you're going to go to the business and you're going to say, look, I can save you thousands of dollars here again. And guess how much I'm going to charge you for that? $0.00, right? Same thing with community solar. We're going to save you money. We're going to give you a better system. And, oh, by the way, we're going to charge you nothing, right? And so it's the perfect situation. Now I want to jump back and compare something. So we're going to go way back to the beginning. What happens if I just go like that? Will that work? Yep. It's like we're going back in time. And I'm looking for a few more. There we go. Y'all remember this slide? So everybody should be very familiar with the Fast Action program, both Fast Action Saver and then the bonuses for bringing in new consultants as well. But look, you get a new consultant to come in. This is one of the first conversations you need to have after they enroll. Hey man, let's get you some of these targets. Put some real serious money in your pocket real quick, right? So let's get them to go out and get 20 bills and let's give them $250. Get them to sign up one community solar person. That puts another $150 on top of that $250. Get them to get one business to upload their documents for ERC and you double that $250. What? Just one. Not 10, not 20, not 30, just one, right? So all of a sudden, these numbers can change dramatically. That's the difference between the margins and the profits that come from bill uploads and these new products and services that we're launching. And so don't forget that when you have these quick start, these early conversations with your new consultants, don't forget to mention, hey, let's get you 20 bills, but let's also get you a couple community solar customers. Let's get you an ERC, maybe your employer, somebody like that. Hey, boss, would you like to save $260,000? I noticed we have 10 employees around here. Let's make some real money. and all of a sudden you become a hero at work, kind of like Paul when he saved all that money for his company, right? I mean, imagine what your boss thinks of you when you accomplish that kind of thing, right? And then the other one, May 7th, insurance. Here, what we've done is Viv is now a partner in a nationwide insurance brokerage. So Viv is currently able to enroll insurance customers and sell insurance policies in all 50 states. The only reason you guys can't do it today is because now we're putting it into our website system, right? So that customers can go online, upload their bills, and get quotes. That will be live at the next Saturday Summit, May 7th. You're welcome. Now, a couple things to keep in mind here. Number one is, in order to be paid money as a result of a person buying a policy of insurance, you must be licensed as an insurance agent or broker. That means that you guys can't be paid that way. On the one hand, that sounds like bad news, but the really good news is it doesn't matter whether your customer buys insurance or not. You're going to get paid for the lead. Just like today, you upload a Verizon cell phone bill for your customer. Once that bill becomes qualified, meaning it's a legitimate account, it is actually a cell phone bill and not a mortgage statement, that it's a legitimate bill that we can negotiate, whether we are able to achieve a savings and generate revenue or not, you get credit for it and you get points. The same thing is going to be true here, but you're going to earn a commission. So if you get your customer to upload their homeowner's bill, just a statement of their bill, and check that they want to receive quotes for alternative homeowners insurance policies, once we verify that, you're going to get a check. Same thing for renters insurance. For those that that live in apartments or that rent houses, they can get their renters insurance through Viv. Life insurance, you want to check out life insurance options. If you have a policy, upload a copy of it. If you don't, just indicate that you want quotes for it, and we'll send them a 3 quotes for a life insurance policy. Same thing with auto insurance. You're going to get most people willing to consider their auto insurance. The way that works is you have a little statement that shows what their liability coverage is and what their annual rate is. They upload that just like they would their Verizon bill. We go to our brokerage service. They will then email them 3 alternative quotes from companies the name of, national, top brand companies that are better deals, right? And hopefully the customer will choose one of those. If they do, then Viv will generate revenue from that policy every year when they renew. And so when that happens, whatever your payment was for the original lead, that will become an annual payment for you. And of course, there'll be not only the payment to the consultant who brings the customer, but also the payment to the power team as well. So make sure you make Pacesetter and or Silver Partners so that you're taking advantage of more of that flow of income. And there'll be points associated with that. Absolutely. And then the points obviously will last 12 months. And then at the end of 12 months, or I say 12 months, I guess if it's a 12-month policy, they'll last for 12 months. If it's a 6-month policy, they'll last for 6 months. And then when the customer renews, the points will renew for the next cycle. What I'm told, and this is a new industry for me, what I'm told is that the average person typically stays on for 7 years. That's pretty good. And the other thing that I love about this product is that when you bring in a customer of any kind, let's say you talk to your buddy Dave and say, hey, Dave, you live in Illinois, you should immediately sign up for community solar. Here's the link. When he goes to the website and he sees community solar, guess what else he's going to see? Homeowners, renters, life, auto, right? If you get somebody to say, hey, listen, I just saved $800 on my Verizon bill, go to this link on my website and put in your Verizon bill. When they get there, what are they going to see? They're going to see homeowners, renters, life, and auto. Guess what else? When they enroll in community solar, when they upload their Verizon bill, they're going to get on the Viv email blast list. They're going to come log into their back office and check on their account, see when they're due for more savings, that kind of thing. When they do, there'll be a banner ad at the top that says, hey, have you uploaded your homeowner's policy? As soon as they do, you get a check for that being a lead, right? This is what I mean when I say I'll make your existing customers more valuable, right? Last month, you got someone to upload their electric bill and their cell phone bill. Next month, I'm going to be talking to them about their auto insurance and generating money for you without you ever even speaking to them or even knowing that it's happening, right? Because people will see this as like, oh my gosh, I saved all this money with Viv. What else can I do? I can do this other stuff, right? And we're going to keep going. But Nick, you want to come talk about next events? You have Skittles this time or no?
No, no Skittles. No. I'm trying to give it a round of applause. I was in the middle of trying to contain the excitement on Zoom. Like the chat is going crazy. Look at this, 99 plus chats right now. I'm like, anyways, yeah. Okay, guys, so awesome announcements, awesome event so far. And what we'd like to do at the end of every event is what? Promote the next event. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about, especially for the new people. I know a lot of you are plugged into what we do on a weekly basis, but for the new people, make sure that you write this down now and or take out your phone and put it right into your calendars and set reminders, okay? That's the best way to do it. We all have cell phones, right? So the very first thing you should do is break out your phone and put in for Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon Eastern time, Breakfast of Champions. Who here likes Breakfast of Champions? All right, awesome. And so Breakfast of Champions is, for those of you that don't know, is a personal development session. We do for about 15 to 20 minutes every Tuesday and every Thursday, where we review a personal development book. For example, I just finished going through the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. And I think that's an absolutely life-changing training. I know a lot of you are plugged in and took a lot of good nuggets out of that.
So, and you can watch the old ones, right?
Yep.
Where do you go to do that?
The old ones are on YouTube. There's a what's it called on YouTube?
Channel?
No, our Viv channel, but inside the channel is a section.
Okay.
What's that called? Channel? No.
Playlist.
Playlist.
Yes, a playlist. Thank you. There's a playlist called BOC, Breakfast Champions. So you can go, stop saying channel. So you can go back into YouTube.
Channel.
Yes. And watch all the replays of Breakfast of Champions, okay? We've gone over several books. We did Andy Andrews. We've done Jim Rohn. I'm about to start a new one next Tuesday. This coming Tuesday, we're going to start a brand new book. All right, guys, so put that in your calendars, Tuesday, Thursdays at noon Eastern. And this is on the Viv Consultant Facebook page. We go live from there. Eventually, I want to be able to do it on YouTube and have hundreds of thousands of people watching every Tuesday and Thursday. But for now, we're doing it on the consultant page. So make sure that if you sign up as a consultant, you get added to our consultant Facebook page, okay? And answer the questions, please. And this is for leaders as well. When you add somebody to the consultant Facebook page, please answer the questions. There's 2 questions. What's your consultant ID? And what's the name of your sponsor? Please put that in, because when we have hundreds of people a day soon being added to that page, Debbie Lee is going to pull her hair out trying to find out if they're a consultant or not. Looking up 100 numbers a day, that's insane. So if you answer the questions, boom, you get added immediately. All right. Next, we have our fundraising meeting on Tuesday evenings at 8:30 p.m. Okay, fundraising meeting.
Nick, some people don't know what this is. Why don't you give it?
So yeah, so the fundraising program, we touched on it in the presentation. The fundraising program is an incredible program that we launched to help raise money for programs that like booster clubs, PTOs, what are they called? PTAs?
PTAs.
Yeah, PTAs, churches, soccer teams, whatever, where using autopilot, non-for-profits, using our autopilot program, they can literally people can save money on their bills, but at the same time raise money for their cause. So you're not taking $5 out of your pocket for a candy bar and giving it to somebody. You're actually saving money on your bills and in return raising money for the cause. It's an incredible program. We've got churches being launched right now. We've got a big church out in Albuquerque being launched right now as we speak with thousands of people in this church. We've already saved the pastor thousands of dollars on his personal bills as a proof of concept. And now he wants to release it to the entire.
And we're doing the church's bills.
And the church's
Yeah,
bills are
same
being
thing.
negotiated right now, like the actual church, the building. So the pastor's bills are already through. Thank you, Tracy. You're the best. Tracy's the one that's handling that. And, you know, we're working, and we're gonna soon announce it to the whole congregation of 3,000 plus people. So that's gonna be really, really cool. They're gonna be happy saving money on their bills, and the church is gonna be happy by raising thousands and thousands of dollars using our fundraising program. So it's a great program. If you want to find out more, join us on Tuesday evening, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, that's on, it's gonna be on Zoom, and the details of that are in your outreach app, your Rapid Funnel app.
And make sure to invite all your consultants to that event so that everybody can learn about that process and how it works.
Yep, absolutely. Promote it, promote it. All right, then every Wednesday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern, I do a live business overview. Okay, so this is kind of, I call this game night, right? It's the big game of the week. This is where you want to funnel all of your guests into, all the people that you've reached out to, you've piqued their interest the way Kevin taught you to do today. They might have watched a recording of a presentation already, might have seen a video. They're interested in the business. They just need a little more info. We want to funnel all these people into our Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, live presentation, okay? So that is in your Rapid Funnel app as well, but the link is always the same. It's this link right here, Viv Corp Overview, okay? But consult your Rapid Funnel app, it's in the calendar, and you can send that out to people and get them to that event. All right, next after that, save the date. On April 21st, myself and my colleague, Ms. Tammy Stroud, the VP of Business Development, we're going to be doing a deep dive into community solar. Okay, so we're going to be putting together a presentation for you guys, all the details you need to know about community solar. Put it in your calendar for 8 p.m. Eastern on April 21st. I think it's a Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. So go ahead and put that in your calendars, guys. It's going to be great. For more information about community solar, we'll get you all the details. And then last but not least is our next Saturday summit. We're going to stay tuned for more information about that. We're going to release that soon, but save the date, May 7th. We're going to be doing our next Saturday summit. And obviously, as Tom announced, we're going to have some big announcements for you guys. We're going to be launching new services there as well. So
That's Kentucky Derby Day.
oh, I'm sorry. Should we change it now? I don't even know what that is.
Well, yeah, we'll have to wear hats. We'll wear hats. There you go.
Should we do it in Kentucky then?
Yeah, we can do it in Kentucky, yeah.
So let's go to
There'll be
Kentucky.
lots of prospects in town for
For those of you on Zoom, Ms. Marino just said it's Kentucky Derby Day, so maybe we'll go to Kentucky for the event. So anyways, guys, what an awesome day. I think this is an incredible event. I hope you guys are excited about this. The next step is to what? Get to work. Get to work, take action, get this out into the marketplace, talk to everybody you know, follow the system, use the tools, and you will have success, okay? So we're gonna stick around for a while.